everyone, it's FashionistaSims. I'm going to do a build tutorial in a sense. I'm going to call this one Uptown Modern. Don't know if I've used the name, who knows. But I noticed that a lot of builds, especially in your modern homes, I don't know, I'm sure that other people have done whatever with them and figured out whatever. But I don't look at other videos. I kind of figured it out on my own on how to do it. So I thought I would share a little bit of stuff that I've learned. I really love to build. So I thought I would share a little bit of my knowledge to you guys so that maybe you might want to, if you like to build, maybe you might want to try some. Maybe not. Maybe you like the way you build. It's just up to you.
Do you want me to get your phone just so I can send it to you so you can look at it properly?
That's fine. Well, I already have it enabled on my laptop, but actually, the first thing you need to do is have bb.moveObjects on, because you're definitely going to need it. I think I need more than one B.
Just so I can pay attention to your chat.
Yeah. You're gonna need it because you're not gonna be able to move anything where you exactly want it to be if you don't have it. Another good thing to have is the Alt key. Hold it down and you can usually move a lot of stuff, turn it in different areas, place it, and etc. etc.
Moderator says hello.
Hello.
Well, hi, but
I know. And I do my own designs, but I like to look at pictures sometimes and get ideas. There's some very beautiful homes out there, let me tell you. Gorgeous, especially the modern homes. They're friggin' just beautiful. And Nicole found a modern home picture for me. So this looks similar to something I think I've done before, but I'm not sure if I knew my little tricks and things at that time. But this one actually does look like it's in like a higher, which I think most of your modern homes are in the higher class neighborhoods. They're really expensive homes. A lot of them are. And it's because of the architecture and how they're built is the reason why, I do believe. But there's been some very, very, very beautiful homes built. But this is something that I have been doing. If you want to build like your casing around your house, you have to build it yourself. Because there's not a lot of things that you can build in The Sims unless you have the tool mod, which I don't have. I thought about getting it, but I like to challenge myself and see exactly how far I can go in building. This one has a kind of a shorter casing on it at the bottom. So we're going to use the half walls, of course, for this to make a casing for the bottom of this part. And it's a little bit too wide, so we need to make it just a little bit smaller. The casing on it is not that wide as far as that goes. And then, of course, you can build your other things. I like to build my own little podiums, like this. And this needs to be on a higher realm. No, it is all the way up. I like to build my own little podiums. I do use the other ones, but a lot of times they don't fit very well on your roof. Like if you have a deck and you want to put a roof over it, let's just say these little post things, they don't fit well a lot of times, and you can't put them where you want them.
Even raising them up and stuff is a pain.
Tell me about it. So I like to build my own.
Well, dang, I need to use your type of post then.
And of course, you can copy them all day long. You can copy a whole damn thing of them. Let's go ahead and put this here, and let's move this here. And then, it doesn't look like it's all the way up, but I guess it is. And then you can copy this part right here and move it up here.
see, you build on your laptop, so I would never know.
And there's some casings. And this will go around the bottom part. It doesn't look like it's all the way up for some reason. But it shows it is. I don't know, it looks taller on mine for some reason, my computer.
You have a different resolution screen?
I don't know. But anyway, this is going to be the casing on there. And one thing you don't want to do is forget to remove this, because you're not going to need it. You don't want to leave that up there, because it's going to look very strange when you get done, and then someone gets your house and downloads and goes, what's that thing hanging in the air up there?
Can you size the half wall?
I can make this bigger.
No, I mean in general, like with tall walls.
This is all the way up.
No, the half wall part.
Yeah, you can use any half wall you want.
No, is it all the tall walls? Or do you not do anything with that?
When you first build, it's going to be a tall wall.
Oh. Sometimes when I build, it's the
Look,
shortest.
this is what you do. There's your wall. And if you want to make it this way, well, if I can. And then this is going to be your tallest wall. But then in the build, you have your casing things, and they're a lot smaller than that. Some of them are bigger. I mean, if I wanted to make this one bigger, which sometimes they are bigger than the bottom, then I can do this. See, that's the one I was using. We can make it taller. This one could have a taller casing than the bottom. It doesn't matter. You can make it any way you want. It's your build.
Oh, that's how you do the tall part, okay.
Yeah, just put it on there. I can make it even if I want. I can make it even and do this. Now it's even on both sides. I'm sorry, I'm not used to using this computer as far as building. I have to look for the delete key. But I think I'll leave it like this. I think I kind of like it, even though it's a little bit smaller, but not much smaller. And then, of course, you have to build your part of your house behind this. Of course, it has to be done. So this has, and I like using this, of course. Let's go ahead and go back down. Well, maybe I'll leave it up so you can see. And then you build your part on here. However big you want to do your room. And then, see, there's your casing on your wall. And then you can put a window in here. Of course, it has a window in it, a big window. But with the casing on it, I mean, this, like I said, this house was built a lot bigger. I mean, the walls on it are a lot taller, you know, than what you have in The Sims. So I have made double rows. I could take this off and move it off. Not out of the area though. Copy this, put this up here. Well, I don't want to put it that far over. I want to put it back where this part is. I wish that would work properly, really. And then this part here, copy this. There you go. There's your double casing. And then you could copy your room. And then you have two encased. And because you have this part up here, it's always going to be taller than your roof. I actually kind of like that. I might leave it there even though the house doesn't look like that. And I like to try to make mine even on the sides. I always do that in the stupid basement. I count my rows. There's 4 here. So if the house allows, it's kind of a straightforward house. I like to leave 4 over here and get the house as centered as I can. Actually, this house doesn't come with the double casing. It has a different part in the back. But, you know, it's like I said, you can do whatever you want. Let's go ahead and leave the double casing there. And then make this little room here, which is showing on my picture that I'm seeing. Doesn't go completely over. Or it doesn't go completely in. It has about a couple squares on each side from what I can see. Which, you know, you gotta make sure you make them even. And I like to use the taller walls. Unless I'm doing it more upper levels and it looks like to be a medium or small wall, then I'll do that instead.
You had a bot.
That's... whatever, I don't know. And anyway, then on this house we have a part that is beside here. It goes back, it's like it's more of a smaller room. Let's go back down so we can see what we're doing. And let's bring this in just a tad. Like this, it goes back from the actual part of the house. You just have to make sure you leave stuff connected. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you're building, and I mean, it's hard to put stuff in them, but I love using the diagonal rooms. But you cannot use stairs. You cannot use stairs on a diagonal room. They will not ever work. And let me tell you, I've tried every way that I can, and they will not work. I've turned and turned till I'm blue in the face. And it just won't work. It just won't. And if you're going to use... I made a diagonal house. And it just can't be done. So I think I made this part a little bit too big. I mean, I have completely torn down parts and had to restart. I mean, I usually use these kinds of lots in Sequoia because they're decent sized lots. But I made this too big. I gotta make adjustments here. I can't fit the... well, I guess I could just do what I want to on this side. It doesn't have to be a huge part. That's stupid basement. Yeah, I know. I think I'll just take this out. It's part of it, but it's not really that important, I don't think. Hi, Stuart. Okay. I don't know who that is, but I'm not paying for a promotion if that's what you're trying to do.
No, it's another. No, it's the bot.
Oh, okay.
I banned the bot.
But hi, Stuart. Welcome to my room. I just got the little tiny part. And we'll see if I have room for this part over here, maybe. I don't. I like it a little bit smaller. And this kind of goes just a little bit back so I can put a little thing in front. And you can, I did fix these. You can always adjust. Oh, this is undo because this is not going to work. Let's go back a couple. Excuse me, tree. And you can adjust your sizes, of course, when you get ready to do whatever. I'll bring some part in the back or whatever. And I say I got 4 slides over there, so let's do one more slide there. And it's even on both sides. This part also has these things. That's why I went ahead and did this. It's a little smaller than it's supposed to be, but it'll be fine. Like I said, I made this way too big, but I was just trying to show you the casings and all on it. I don't know if this would slide and let me adjust. Maybe. Yeah, I make mistakes all the time. I just have to fix them. And I gotta adjust this, of course. And the top room, of course. Now I got 2, 2, 2, and 2. Now I can make this a little bit smaller. This is a tad smaller. Now I gotta fix this. I'm just gonna delete this out and make another one. That'd be the best way to do it, because I don't like messing with all that mess. There. Now these look just about even as far as just about, not quite. Now let's bring this back some. We're gonna need a lot more room than this for our house, God knows. And then of course I'll fix this up here. Like I said, this actually didn't come with a double layer, but you know. I got 5, and we got looks like 6. Yeah. They'll bring this up just a tad. And then in this house, actually this fits a little bit closer up to the top. And then you have, well, I made this a double, so I'm gonna have to do this to make this even here. I really wasn't gonna make this that huge of a house, but it'll be fine. And I got this a little bit too far up. This has I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a casing on this end too. Not like that though. No, it doesn't want to work, does it? There we go. Now then, you have this part which is right in here. It's a little bit more back than this room. And one thing I like to do is I like to see how far over I'm going. Anyway, you can keep up with it. There's a line for this part. I think this one goes all the way back. And so you can see your lines right here whenever you push on it to know where you're building. I'm just going to go ahead and let this go all the way over. Which is very helpful when you're doing this. This one might fits to that, but it sits back more. This part right here, it sets more up. And then you have a part back here. That sets back. And this is going to be like a little deck area here. And I just noticed, but this part has got, let's go back down, as a deck. I need to make it a little bit smaller. You gotta kind of center it. And I like to, this is what I do to make your concrete steps. I'd say it's probably gonna be raised maybe 3. I wouldn't do too much over, I wouldn't really go over probably 4 or 5. Because it's going to make your door impossible to even fit. Because this is going to be upraised. And I've got a little bit too much on this side. Now, it's centered. Now, you have your columns here on each side. Make it a little bit smaller because I don't want to overextend where my house is. And you can have them a little length if you want to, make it look like that. And then you got to build your concrete steps. Well, all you got to do is do this and use half wall. No, wait a minute, not that, the decks. What am I doing? Get off there. The decks. You take your deck. You set it up here, make it small enough for a step, and you can also, which actually, let's just do this because it's easier. Copy this, it's already up to 3, bring it down to make a step, and you would lower this 1. See, copy this, lower it 1. I mean, this is as far as you can go, because if you copy it again and lower it down, it's just going to be flat. And you don't really need that. So here's some steps. Already set for your sim to use. It goes up to the little deck part. And if you wanted to, you could always bring your poles out to the end of the steps. It's up to you, however you want to place them. And then, but actually this one, the casing is closer to the house. We're going to move this over here. Oh, it's in the air.
Like it just don't care.
Yeah, like it just don't care. This damn basement, go away. Well, not on there. This is encased here. And see, this is what we're going to do. We need another bar. Well, it didn't copyright, did it? Nah, you can fix it. Not a big deal. That's going to bring the wall down. See, I think I had this one. Nope, it was this one. There we go. There's your casing for that. And then, of course, this part have to keep that, but that's just where it is up there. And this is not supposed to be a 3-story house. Let's just remove these and make the house right. Okay, I don't know what that did, but I better undo it. There's actually only supposed to be one casing on it. That was just showcasing how you can do it. The doubles and all that. Alright, now let's bring this back, and it's probably going to take half the friggin' building with it. I gotta fix this. That's supposed to be even farther back. And then this is probably just a little bit back. It kind of gives you like a little bit of a veranda there. I gotta take this off because it's not supposed to be on there. This is supposed to be a lot smaller to give you a deck area. On the side. Oh, I'm sorry, it does have casing on it. I am not notice. It does. Well, I guess that's not gonna work, is it? Let's do the bottom one. There. And I don't know why this is off, but it is. There. And that's the way that goes. And then, of course, up here you have a little bit of a spot for, I think I need to bring the house back a little bit because it's supposed to be a bigger area than this. And this room is bigger. I can't really build out much, but I can build back because the lot's already pretty much taken up. There we go. And you have enough little room in the back to do a pool or whatever you want to do. Those are your basic modern house building techniques. Yeah, get rid of this. And this. Well, I was hoping to take the whole thing, but it's probably just be easier to delete. Well, maybe not.
Did you know that you can do the hammer and just highlight it?
Yeah, I know. I showed you that, remember?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I'm just doing this. So here you go with this. Let me go ahead and save before, you never know when stuff can go down.
Yeah, I saved quite a bit whenever I was building last night.
And I'm going to tell you, most of your modern houses are going to have white. The outsides are white. People really like that, I guess. It's just the way it is. I mean, you find some that are colored, and And if you want to color them, you can do whatever you want. It's your build. But most of your modern houses are just white. And I don't really like the fence it has around it. It looks like a chain link fence. I don't know why you'd ever want that on there, but I think that maybe it's a dark picture, but I think the windows may be either dark brown or black. It's hard to tell. So let's just do dark brown. And put something out there you like. I'm going to draw it, of course. Just find something you like. And fence it in. And there's your little place up there you can fence in. And these already have their verandas made on them. That's what the casing's there for. So you can put a little stuff up here. Now this part right here, unless you're just going to put a roof on it, it doesn't show a veranda or anything like that, or any kind of fencing. So I would say that this is going to be a part of a roof. A lot of your modern homes, and this is what I found, they have flat roofs that go way out. And of course you use this for a flat roof. This is the one I always use. Let's just put it up here. Actually, this room is supposed to be exactly that big, so yeah. And they overhang. Usually a lot. This part's back, it's flat, and its roof does not overhang. This is what I'm seeing on the picture. So it just goes up like this. It's a normal roof. The length of this part, like I said, the highlighted square, you know, it really helps you out a lot. That's just a plain old roof on that one. Your part up here, it has a flat roof, but it overhangs. And they overhang sometimes a lot more than you can do. As it looks, you know, you have to make sure your roofs are meat and whatever. And then there's another roof on this part which overhangs quite a bit. Whereas I've built a lot more intricate houses than this, let me tell you. This is more of a simple build. Well, to me it would be a more simple build, because it's... When I first started building these, no, it wouldn't have been a simple build for me. I'd be going, what the heck am I doing now?
It definitely wouldn't be simple for me.
And this part right here, we would just put more of a simple roof on. There's no overhang or anything like that. It just goes on simply like this. There's no veranda or anything like that out there. This is going to be, you know, like a deck space. A lot of your modern houses I've seen, they don't have anything but white on their decks. And I like to use a studded base plate because it's kind of a brighter white, but it looks more like concrete. And I've even used things inside of here and made it whatever I wanted to do. I mean, I put plants in there. You can do whatever you want to. You don't actually have to go by the picture. You can put little plants in here if you want. It's up to you. It's your build, of course. And this part has an overhang casing. So this would be out in the open. You wouldn't have a roof or anything like that. I actually think I kind of made this a little bit too big. Let's go back some on it. There we go. It looks much better. You don't really need that big of a space to go inside. And I'm using dark browns. I can't really tell what the picture colors are because it's a house that was taking a picture. It looks like at night or almost night because you can still barely see sun. Only thing about on these right here, I don't believe you can put any kind of rails on it. I don't think it's gonna work. I think you'd have to have walls. Yeah, you can't. So they're just gonna have to be the way they are. But you have a little area here. Let's go ahead and get a nice little. And most of your modern doors have a lot of windows in it, and they're pretty dang tall. Let me tell you. Like these. I like the ones that have the glass on the sides if I can find them. Like this. They're very nice. But here's where your door would go. This is where your stairs are. And you would have a door here if you wanted to use this for a veranda. Which actually I think this is way too big. Let me look and see how far down I have it. Yeah, it's supposed to be smaller than that. Because you're supposed to be able to see the window in the casing. And I gotta make this smaller. There we go. Because you got a window that's supposed to go in here. And then you could use this for that if you want to. You could put a door here for people to go out. If you wanted to use this for something, or you don't have to. It could just be something where you put whatever on. And then you could use a door over here. Or you could use the door. I think I'm going to put the door here because there's mostly windows on the side. And then there's your doors for your places to go, for your people to go out. Now, the windows used are a lot of panes, usually. A lot of panes. This one actually has kind of a slender pane. With the bar. Now, I don't have all the packs, so I have to sometimes use whatever I have. Like these. They're like these. But this is a rancher window. Looks like the browns are pretty damn similar. So let's bring this down. And this one has two right beside each other windows. Why is it so far up? There we go. Let's see. There we go. And then there, I think these come up just a little bit. There's the two windows that go there. And it's in your encasing. There's your windows. In your encasing. And then you have two side-by-side windows there. And I didn't put a door for this one, but these have more of a slender window without any bars. So apparently there's not even a door that leads out to this area. Let me center these a little bit better. Now that they're even on both sides. There's not a door for this little part. It's just windows. And then this building here has windows that go, looks like all the way around. I could bring that one in just a tad. Well, not that far in, but you know. These people that build these modern homes, apparently when the people buy them, they like a lot of light. Actually, I think it makes them lovely. Just stupid trees in the way. I love the modern homes. Well, I went a little bit over that one. If I had my way, I'd build all the time. I think I went too far down. I did. Let's fix these. I can't see the back, so I don't know if there's any on the back. I have been known to go ahead and build them all the way around. You're limited on what course you can use it for. I would say probably a bedroom with a lot of light. Which that would make a nice small bedroom. Actually, on this one, there's not a door at all. It just sets back. So I'm assuming this is roof. Let's fix that. I just noticed it. So I need to fix the casing on this. Let's get these windows out here. The ones I'm going to use. It's all trial and error. I mean, I sit for hours fixing stuff all the time. But it is nice for someone to kind of give you a little bit of a pointer, you know? If you're not, you know, if you're just not sure on how to do whatever. I mean, like I said, I don't watch anybody like that and how to build. I just do it myself. I learned a lot of stuff on my own just by trial and error. I'm just that type of person. We can put a little bit of a roof in here. You take these sides out. The casing's only supposed to go like that. And this would have just a normal part of roof on it. It wouldn't go extended it. There you go. Now we can put our windows on here. And this is supposed to be a lot smaller room. But we made it bigger, so, which I do that all the time. I make things a lot bigger than what they are. And we'll bring some around the side. You don't have to make it completely all the way over. It's up to you. Like I said, you can't really see it unless you have. I have had builds where I can see the whole house because it shows you the whole house, so you know exactly how to build it and how do you want to do it. This one has 3 windows. And they're separated like that. I think this is supposed to be a garage here. And there are windows you can use for a garage. I'm not sure if they're in the smaller part or the bigger part. I've used these before and made them in here. Like this. Then of course you have to fix them, because they won't go together. You have to use your Alt key. But there's other windows to use and kind of maneuver them on there where they look like they're in perfect sync with the other ones. And let me tell you, it's not easy to do. But I'd rather use the other windows and not worry about doing all of that. It takes a lot of time to do. If I have time, I'm not worried about it. I'll just do it. If I can find them. Like I said, I don't have as much issues looking on. You could even use these if you want. Let's see how dark that is. It does show a little bit of light through. I don't know how tall these are. Let me bring this down so I can see. Yeah, it goes over. So I gotta bring it down just a little bit. But you can make that a garage window or garage door. There you go. There's your garage door. And of course, I like to use the studded base plate for your walkways, like you would have.
Oh, did you mention what pack it comes from?
No. Lord, no. This would be something else to do.
Well,
I think that's the green house windows, isn't it?
no, I'm just saying for the walkway because it would be helpful for people.
Oh, the studded base plate.
That's what I meant.
It's from Get to Work. And then you have your walkway there, and you have your walkway there for your garage. And of course, I like to add a car on here in the driveway. You can put in the word car, and you'll find the little tiny dot ones like these. Put them on your driveway. And you would use the brackets. It's the one on your right hand side, it makes things bigger. The one on your left hand side makes things smaller. And make it about the size you think. I think I can make it maybe a little bigger. Where it actually looks like maybe a sim could fit in there. Kind of center in there, and there's you a car in the driveway. And it is big enough to fit into the garage if you wanted to use it as a garage. I'm probably not going to use everything to tell you everything I'm in this build. More than likely, as I have built some very intricate homes. So I'm hoping that I can continue when I do other ones to do more as far as tutorial wise goes. And as far as your roof color, you could use white, you could use dark brown because you've got dark brown and white, and that's not the color of the house, of course. I like to play around with it and look and see what looks the best. Dark brown, that's not really dark brown. You have to play with it because some of these things look red. Orange. It's supposed to be dark brown. There's more of a dark brown. And then maybe some white trim if you want to use that. See how that looks. It looks very nice. And of course there's a lot more windows, of course, that are going to have to go on this. This is not, you know, it's going to be all of them. But you've got other floors that don't really have much windows in them. But here's your basic part of your build right here. I mean, most of your modern homes don't have chimneys and all that stuff on them. They're just simply done like this. I have found a few that do have them, and you can still have a fireplace without a chimney. I mean, it's not mandatory. And I forgot to color this one. There we go. Make sure we got all the rooms. This, it doesn't have a doorway leading to it, but it does have a little part area here. And what I would probably do is make a little area, even though you're not going to be able to go out to it. But some of them have areas you can get to, and they have little plants and stuff like that on them. I don't know how in the world they water their plants when they don't have a way to get out there, but that's just the way the houses look. One white I love to use, and I'll show you it. And the walls. It's just a simple white color. If I can find it. I know where it is on mine, but apparently not on this one. Pure Expressions. That's the white I use. Of course, you know you use your shift key to do all this stuff. This part right here is supposed to be colored something else. So we're going to do that. A lot of times in your modern homes, these things like this will be colored differently. Lost my picture again. And of course, you know, you can just go across like this just to color the insides of things. This looks like to me maybe a brownish rock, and it's enabled a dark brown, but Pure Expressions is a very good white to use. There's not any, you know, it's just a plain white thing. Let's look at our rock and stone, some dark brown. A good one to use is the Ranch Masonry, of course, is in the Horse Ranch pack. It's got some browns and stuff. Let's use a, maybe that was a white showing up then. Here's some browns. Some browns and grays. And that lower part, that part right there is encased in that. And then the garage is in, I'm assuming it's probably encased in it. If it's not, we're just going to do it that way anyway, because this is what I want to do. And I think I'm going to encase this part too. And then the rest of it will just be pure white. Sometimes some of your upper rooms in your modern homes will have some rock and stone on them. Like I said, this picture is really dark. It's like in the early evening, it's kind of dark, it's hard to tell. But just from what I can see, a lot of them also will have your lights, like your wall lights like these. And if we're going to be putting this on a white, then I would use a dark brown, because it's really not going to show if you try using white. These I think are very beautiful lights. I like using these and things like this, but there's really not room to put them here. on your doorway. I mean, you could use the Alt key and maybe fit it in there. Barely. It fits a little bit in there. And try to get it just as even as you can, is all I can say. Where if it looks even to you, it should be. It's a little bit up higher, I think. There, it looks even to me. A lot of them will have them. Which one did I use? This one? Or this one? Yeah, that one. They'll have them on their parts here. Kind of showcase. And you definitely would need them on your garage part. I mean, how the heck are you going to see how to drive up there? You'll have some that'll have some lights like on the outsides and the upper parts too. If they've got like plants or verandas or whatever. We do have a door up here, so we definitely need to put one up here. That's a little bit too far over. Well, I think I'll move this up just a little bit over this way. Staying on the glass. You have to have some lights here. What are you doing? Hmm? Oh. I didn't know.
I just have a migraine.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
And I also think it'd be nice to have some inner lights here. Oh, that's a little bit far over. Because you have a little area here that you can put plants if you want to. Yeah, that's right, because it's a smaller casing. There. I like to check, make sure I've got pure expressions everywhere I want. Because, let me tell you, I've missed places before. And still have drywall. So you just don't know. Yeah, right there. Let's just fix that. I'll be sitting there doing a room and going, why is there drywall there? But there is. And see, even it's not, we're not even done with all the windows, but see, it looks very, very nice. So far, I think it looks very nice. Let's bring this down a little bit and see about other windows. We have this one encased all the way around. This was half all the way around. So if we can't see the back, so if you wanted to, you could always put 4 here. And then encase this in the windows. It looks cool. It's just up to you what you want to do. I like to try to match what I've already done. There's 3 here. And then make sure you've got them centered. You can sit there and put the cursor on it and know if it's centered or not. If these are done split wise. And that's too far over to the side. Now those are even. If you have rooms that are like the same size, then your windows will match. Which a lot of them aren't. And then you can decide what you want to do for the bottom level. You can put whatever you want down here as far as windows go. Because it doesn't show the sides. So you don't really know. You just kind of, doing it. I like to do first, I already have the windows around here and there. But I need to go ahead and build the walls inside on what I want to do. these rooms are kind of small. There's not really a lot you can probably put in them. And this is supposed to be a garage. So more than likely your bedroom and your bathroom is going to be upstairs. Unless you want to make this a bathroom, you could make this a bathroom if you wanted to, and this would just be your hallway. This could be your living room kitchen combo. If you can get them even, that's even better, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Yeah, see, there's 19. So we'll just go like that. This would be living room and kitchen. You can just do it that way. You can make this into a smaller bathroom. Maybe it's not as wide. That's too far up. You can make this a bathroom. This actually could be a small bedroom, maybe for one bed. And this is supposed to be your garage area. So, I mean, really much what you could put in there is a car, or you could put, you know, little things that maybe garage might have in it. These rooms are pretty much done, but I can make this into 2 rooms. I think it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, one's going to be bigger than the other. Let's do this a little bit more that way. This is a pretty good size room. It could be a bedroom. This is a longer room. This will be a good bedroom. You can make this into, well, it's got a doorway in it. But if you wanted to, you could make this part back here a bathroom. Make a bathroom upstairs. This could just be like a little entryway for whatever reason. It goes out to this part. You can put whatever in there. I have used these rooms for bedrooms before. It's just up to you what you want to do. It's your build, like I said.